High in the snow-covered peaks of the Andes, beneath the thin air and eternal silence, lie the frozen remains of children, perfectly preserved for over 500 years. These were not ordinary deaths. They were part of one of the most sacred and haunting rituals of the Inca Empire. Capacocha, the royal child sacrifice. Capacocha, or Capacocha, was a solemn ceremony conducted across the vast Inca Empire to honor the gods, secure agricultural blessings, and reaffirm imperial power. Children, handpicked for their purity, beauty, and noble blood, were offered not in cruelty but as living gifts to the gods. Once chosen, these children were taken to Cusco, the sacred capital of the empire. They were clothed in the finest garments, given feasts of maize and llama meat, and slowly weaned off normal food, fed instead a ceremonial diet of chicha, a fermented corn drink, and coca leaves to numb the senses. It wasn't punishment. It was destiny. After weeks of preparation, the children were led in ceremonial processions to distant sacred mountains. Some walked hundreds of kilometers, their small feet bleeding, to reach the place where the earth touched the sky. These mountaintop shrines were closer to the gods, and to their fate. At altitudes over 6,000 meters, they were offered to the gods in death. Some died peacefully in their sleep, sedated by coca and alcohol. Others suffered blunt force trauma to the skull. And some were buried alive, unconscious and wrapped in blankets, left to freeze in silence. In 1999, the world watched in awe as archaeologists uncovered the children of Lolailaco, 3 Incan mummies near perfectly preserved in ice. A 13-year-old girl, a 4-year-old boy, and a 15-year-old girl. Their hair braided, their faces serene. Their lungs still filled with high-altitude air from the moment they died. Capacocha wasn't an act of evil. It was a divine exchange, a belief that the children would live forever among the mountain gods, guarding the empire from famine, storms, and civil collapse. To the Inca, their deaths weren't an end. They were a transformation. Today, these frozen children remain among the clouds, reminders of a civilization that ruled the sky, and a sacred duty carried out in silence. Capacocha, the ritual of the chosen.